Hello everybody, it's me, GhostCritic. Did you think I'd forgotten? Did you think I could possibly forget you lot? Well, my comic books and everybody else's from the store decided they didn't want to come to the shop yesterday. They decided they wanted to take a holiday and they all shipped off to Wales of all places, which is why this video is a day late. My apologies. But I am here, I have my stack of comics, I added a couple of extra and I'll talk about them in just a bit, because first I have to say huge thank yous for so many reasons to a whole lot of you. Sunday I had to, unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because it was very sad news, post a video about the passing of the comic book greatness legend that was Darwin Cook. He will be sorely missed. Thank you to everybody who watched that video and gave it a thumbs up and commented on it. It was a sad day. It really was. You have to be a comic book reader to really appreciate this guy's passing and why it is such a great loss. But no, still getting over it. It's just an awful thing to have happened to anyone, but that was a kick in the gut. It really was. I'm going to put a link to his channel and this video in the description bar below, because a certain gentleman of Canadian descent decided to have a little bit of fun at my expense. Yes, Mr. Costin Bromstar, my best YouTube buddy, made a video over the last couple of days about me and how everything is my fault. The guy is weak. He's weak. But please go and have a look at it. It's hilarious. It's called It's All GhostCritic's Fault. And some of it was, a lot of it really isn't. Over the last 7 days, you have been crazy subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much. I get email notifications every time someone subscribes to my channel, and my email hasn't stopped going off all week. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone. For those of you who don't know and you're new to my channel, this is the first video you've seen. I shout out everybody who subscribed to my channel over the last 7 days. 8 this week, and if they do have a YouTube channel that has regular video uploads, and it doesn't even have to be about comics, I will put a link in the description bar below and you can go and have a look, and if you like what they are doing, then please subscribe to them too. So without further ado, and this is the moment that I butcher lots of foreigners' names because damn it, I'm stupid. Here we go. iClassic YT, Joe Breheny, Michaela Liska, Sebastian L, Surly Tim 2.1, The Luke and Dad Show, Lee Hendricks, Mr. Bloom, Leonardo Nunez, Marcos, Tim Richardson, Raymond Matos, Lex Aviles, Dizzy Arsenal, Derek Oliveira, Mr. Betty Ford, Kyle Rowe, R.L. Martinson, Lauraccio, Timothy Browsher, and finally Noah Haynes. Thank you to all of you lovely people that have decided to hit that subscribe button and join me on my channel. Thank you. What a great week. Thank you. And don't forget, don't just subscribe. Say hello in the comment section down below. Chat with us all. Let us know what your comic book experiences are. And I'd be interested to know from some of you, where have you found me? Where have you come from? That would be an interesting thing to find out, I think. But thank you all nonetheless. What a great week of subscribers. Now, on to those comic books. What you're waiting for? We're 5 minutes in. Hey, what's 5 minutes between friends? I'm going to start off with Marvel this week. The first 2 books aren't actually on my pull list. I'm kind of giving them, I guess, they're both third issues, so this may be the issue that tips me over whether I continue getting them or I just leave them by the wayside. The first one is International Iron Man, Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev's kind of retrospective look, I guess, at Iron Man. There is a lot of flashbacks going on here, and it's all leading up to Iron Man, Tony Stark, finding out who his real parents are. So once that is discovered, and we'll see where then that takes this book, I'll probably decide whether this will stay on my pull list, i.e. I'll put it on there. But I've been enjoying it so far, I just don't want as many flashbacks. This one came out last week, but I forgot about it. It's Black Widow issue number 3. This is the Super Daredevil team, creative team of Mark Waid and Chris Samney. The first issue was just like a very fun car chase, but that was basically it. And I was just scratching my head going, well, what is this story actually about? But issue 2 finally filled in a few little gaps of why Black Widow is doing what she is doing, and I do really hope that this issue will cement my love of this book, make me want to put it actually on my pull list. I think there's plenty of space at the moment because obviously my DC pull list is going down and down and down, given the rebirth and me not really being particularly interested in any of it. So, and there's a lot of other books that are finishing soon. So maybe Black Widow will get that chance to be on my pull list for a while. Let's see, issue number 7 of Squadron Supreme. Now, I know that I enjoy reading this book, but I never remember what actually happened in the last issue. Very strange. But from what I remember from the last issue, one of our Squadron Supreme had come face to face with Black Bolt, and it was a big deal because Black Bolt was partially, if not wholly, responsible for destroying her alternative Earth in the whole Secret Wars, pre-Secret Wars, the whole blowing up of the incursions and all that stuff from Avengers and New Avengers and all that. Talking of Avengers, issue 9 of the Uncanny Avengers. This is just silly fun. I like all the team members. I hope this doesn't end up like one of those, like the Jason Aaron Wolverine in the X-Men title, where it isn't allowed to kind of be its own thing and just keeps constantly getting tied into events. It was just in that kind of Pleasant Hill standoff event, so it kind of got tied in with that and didn't really centre on the team as a whole. I know it's going to get tied into the whole Civil War stuff, but I just hope it will be given enough time to just be its own title, because it is good, it's fun. I'm not the biggest Deadpool fan, but you know, in small doses I can handle him, and so he's in a big team. We don't get to see too much of him. Issue 4 of Silver Surfer, Dan Slott and the Allred couple artists on this. The last issue, Silver Surfer, critically ill on death's door. As you can see from this cover, he's on hospital bed with all of the superheroes at his bedside. I've got a feeling the rings he's given to Dawn and Alicia will have something to do with bringing him back to life. There was just too much about those rings in the last few issues. But I'm enjoying this. It's kind of kooky. It's not your kind of like standard Silver Surfer story, especially obviously with the Allred artistic style, which is quite left of centre, but enjoying it nonetheless. Moving on to DC and Vertigo, we've got Gail Simone's Clean Room. Absolutely adore this book. Gail Simone doing this kind of psychological horror theme going through it. Really enjoyed last issue where we kind of got some backstory of our main character and how she built this kind of cult up, and maybe she isn't as kind of evil, baddie-esque as she's been made out to be, and perhaps she in her own way is trying to save the people of Earth from many demons. But great stuff. Nice nostalgic Vertigo feel to this book. Talking about Vertigo nostalgia, Astro City, issue number 35. Can you believe it? I don't think a run of Astro City has ever reached this far in numbers, but I'm glad it has. Kurt Busiek writes some cracking stories. This one appears to be, if we're looking at the cover, it's I think it's Crackerjack. I think that's his name. So I'm sure there'll be lots of fun superheroics of the kind of golden agey feel to it, but love this book. So glad it's still going on. And there's more from DC proper, and I'm surprised this is still going. I think I'm the only one reading it. It's Dr. Fate, and I would have thought of any title that was going to get cancelled to make way for Rebirth, this would have been it. But I've seen solicitations for issue 15, so there's still some time to go. The strange and frustrating thing about this book is that we are up to issue 12 and we are still dealing with our main character getting used to, if not even accepting, that he is the new Dr. Fate. I'm just like, come on, get over it, deal with it, move on. And that's what I'd like Paul Levitz to do with this issue. Finally, from Dark Horse, no Image books this week. Very strange for me, but very excited for Matt Kindt, second issue of Department H. Fantastic first issue. I think everyone who picked this up and who I spoke to or listened to about it absolutely raved about this, and it deserves it. Fantastic kind of locked room murder mystery story that just happens to take place thousands of feet at the bottom of the ocean. But great stuff. If you know Matt Kindt's work, you know what to expect, and it is fantastic, glorious, great storytelling. I recommend you go and pick this up. It's only the second issue in. I'm sure you'll find the first one. And they were all my comics this week. Thank you very much for getting this far. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. If you liked what you saw, give the video a big thumbs up. And in the comment section down below, tell me what you picked up this week, what you maybe have been dropping, what you're fed up of. And just once more, thank you to not just my new subscribers over the last 7 days, but everyone who continues to give my channel all this support. I'm more than appreciative. Without you, I would literally really be just speaking to myself, which I know I am, but I'm not, because I'm talking to you. Bye bye.